Now, this specific Reddit thread is, I have not read this before, so we're going to be diving into this together. This is from Christian Marriage subreddit, right? I find this subreddit fascinating. I also peruse the Christian dating one. Am I interested in participating in a Christian marriage? No. Am I a Christian dater? No. But y'all fascinate me. So I came across this one, and while I didn't read it, I did look at the very first comment that was basically, don't you think that your behavior would have an effect on how your wife perceives you? And I said, say less. I want to read this. So let's dive into this supposed chaos together. Also, hi, my name is Shayna. I talk a lot about decentering men. I talk a lot about child-free living, the intersections of the two, and I'm a journalist. So I come onto YouTube and I share all of my thoughts that my editors do not want to hear from because supposedly I already talk too much. So let's dive into this little nugget. And if you have any thoughts or comments or things, please tippity type them away in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all of that great, sexy stuff. And if you want to rant to me about anything, I'm going to be linking an email address below. So if you want to share anything that I can, bring forth on my YouTube channel, share some thoughts, advice, or chaos, I don't know, feel free to send it there. Also, if you want to use that email address as your own personal diary entries, I'm not going to be mad at it. I'm a Libra. I might judge a little bit, but nothing like crazy. Like, people are people at the end of the day. Anyway, let's dive in. My wife wants a divorce and I want to save our marriage. Advice. My wife, 28, and I, 29, have been married for 8 years and together for almost 14. Oh, Jesus, you guys have been together for like your entire lives. We have 2 sons, one that just turned 1 and the oldest is about to turn 3. A little background is we have always had a generally happy relationship. There have been times when I have fallen short in supporting her and we have both said some mean, hurtful things during arguments. I had a drinking problem, and was drinking way too many beers. I never drank liquor. That doesn't matter. It's always funny to me when people try to differentiate the two, where it's like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, I drink like 15 kegs a day, but I never touch Tennessee. You have a problem. Anyway, this went on for years of me trying to stop on my own and trying to limit it. One night something came over me and I felt like I needed to look at her phone. I never really do this because I trust her. I found an email from a divorce attorney and asked her about it. Because you have a drinking problem, but also get out of her phone. You're the one with the problem. Anyway, I never really do this because, it was late and she said she wanted to stay at her parents'. I said, let's get some sleep and talk about this tomorrow after work. The next day she came home while the kids were at her parents' and we talked it over. She went to stay at her parents' and with the threat of losing my family, I decided to seek help. I really need to stop drinking. I decided to go to an out-of-state rehab. Okay. She came home when I told her about the rehab and she said that she's really happy I was getting the help I needed. The night before I left, we had a beautiful evening as a family, and then when the kids went to bed, we had a very intimate, passionate evening. Before the Lord. I'm sorry. Those kids had to come from somewhere. Anyway. After we talked and she told me she was going to give me the chance to fix us. She took me to the airport the next day and kissed me goodbye, wishing me luck, and told me she would be here for me when I got back. Halfway through rehab, I was able to make a call to her on Valentine's Day. She told me she had made up her mind and she wanted a divorce. That's fine. I was deviated. I think that means devastated. When I finally came home, she moved to her parents' house. We were splitting the kids 50-50. I had been sober and have no worries that my sobriety will ever be compromised. We have been going to our own therapist. She believes God saved her from me, right? That's fair. I've never physically hurt her ever. You think just because you didn't punch her in the face doesn't mean that she's not traumatized by you? Yeah, all right. Men. That's not who I am. Why would women choose the bear? Anyway, for those of you who know the discourse, I'll be making a separate video about that. Anyway, she tells me, and it's it's in God's hands, but is not willing to put any effort into reconciliation. Just today, she agreed to go to counseling, but she said she wants to go for co-parenting. I believe this happened because I was too busy working on my company and wasn't being a good present father and husband. Really? That's it? That's all you got? All right. I believe this is God's way of fixing the problems we have. I believe he is molding me into the man she deserves and needs. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to take a quick pause. Because I have heard that exact same statement from somebody, not to a man in my life, but to a man in one of my friends' lives, where after she said, I am leaving you, he basically said that exact same line. This is a test from God that I am always going to be the man that you need. And she's like, I'm leaving you. And he's like, yes, you're leaving me, but you're not leaving the man that I'm going to become. And she said, no, I'm leaving you. I swear to God, these men are not okay. Also, I'm just so happy that this woman left this man. He's living in a state of suspended reality where he thinks that his actions don't have consequences. Like, sure, she could have sex with you and then never see you again. People can do that. Also, you're married. It's fine if she has sex with you. But then she's like, you know what? Actually, no, thank you. It's good that she had some time to herself to really think over the life that she would be having with you, the life that her kids would have, and realizing this is not it. Also, now I find it kind of funny that he brought up the fact that they had sex before he left, because he's like, she had sex with me. How could she leave me? Yeah, she was already planning on divorcing me, and yeah, she said that maybe we could work on it, but like, we had sex. You can't leave me if I put my thing in you. Anyway, Jesus, let's continue. I believe this was God's way of fixing the problems we have. I believe he is molding me into the man she deserves and needs. She doesn't believe that God can change me, and that if she gives in and comes back home, that I will just fall back into my old ways. I have closed my business. Oh, and gotten a well-paying job where I am home by 5 and every weekend. Oh, I mean, you didn't have to do that, but okay. I want to be a family. I want to show her the beautiful reward of us reconciling and coming back together as a healthy marriage under God. She says that she has found peace, and God doesn't want us to save our marriage. Listen, that's what God told her. Who are you to say that she's wrong, right? I will happily answer any questions to help anyone further understand the situation. I need any and all help and advice. I have been praying nonstop about this, and she says she's been praying as well, but not for us to reconcile. Listen, she's throwing one up to the big boy upstairs, and she's getting answers. You say that her answers are wrong. I've done everything she wanted me to do and have made my changes permanent. I have so much love for her and just need help. Let's focus on that second sentence for a second. I have done everything she wanted me to do and have made my changes permanent. So you didn't want to get sober for yourself. You wanted to get sober so that way she wouldn't leave you. And if she wasn't planning on leaving you, then you wouldn't have even considered going to rehab in the first place. This man's entire state of well-being, his only care for his health, rests entirely on this woman's shoulders. Regardless of if she stayed or didn't, the look on her face, how much she cared for him, how much she had sex with him, how much that would determine her level of wellness, of safety, of care, of whatever within this relationship. The emotional burden of this relationship sat squarely on her shoulders. The health of this relationship sat squarely on her shoulders. And listen, who am I to say that Jesus upstairs didn't say, listen, ma'am, you've done your time. Free yourself. Release. Give it to me. Release off your shoulders. I can carry it all. Who is to say? Who is to say? Yeah. How do you think your behavior affected your wife and kids? Yeah. I hope that this man continues to get more of the help that he needs. I hope that he leaves this woman alone. And I hope that she lives a long, prosperous life free of this booga. If you have any thoughts, comments, concerns, please type them away in the comment section, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.